It's now with Jake and Max, one's podgy, one stack. Who's who you decide is now a guest on the side. Sometimes we scrum and sometimes we maul, but together we're going to bear all. Bear all. Bear all. Welcome back to the Bear All podcast. I believe we're on episode 2 of season 3. It's good to be back, Max. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm somewhat tired, defeated, but yeah, no, good, very honoured to be here as always. Can't wait to get into it.
Yeah, good. Well, I think we've got a good couple of guests today. I'll intro the first one, the weirdest one of the two. We've got a returning guest. We have Harry Randall, possibly the weirdest guy in the squad. I think we mentioned that on the last podcast. Terrible chat, terrible breath. Luckily, he sat the furthest end of the table. And I'd like Max to intro our other special guest because it's an absolute pleasure to have him here.
We have the sincere pleasure and honour of welcoming Chris Billam-Smith, the Commonwealth cruiserweight champ and European cruiserweight champ. Correct?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of politics involved, but yeah.
Oh, elaborate.
That for now.
Yeah, we get into that straight away, or
we can do if you want.
Yeah, let's go into the politics of that.
Well, basically, so I was Commonwealth, British, and European champion, and then had to vacate the British title because I had a mandatory challenger for the European and a mandatory for the British. Obviously, you're going to keep the European over the British, so European keeps your world ranking. So I vacated the British. Then that was meant to get boxed for, and it didn't get boxed for ages. It has been now, but I'd had like 2 fights since then, so I could have defended it a couple of times. And then I had to vacate the European because they ordered me against a guy I'd already beaten over 12 rounds, and I beat him on every round bar one on 2 of the judges' scorecards, and I beat him every round on the other judges' scorecard. It was a French guy, very one-sided fight. No promoter was going to pick that up for TV, but he was made my mandatory, so basically had to vacate and just move on, just aiming towards a world title. And that's the politics of boxing.
Oh God!
In a wrap summed up in a very short couple of minutes.
And that's normal in boxing.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
Just jumping through hoops, left, right, and rebound.
Yeah, it's quite common where people have to vacate belts for certain reasons and stuff. So yeah.
How are you anyway?
I'm good. Good. Other than everyone making me vacate my belts. It's actually been a while now, to be fair. No, but I'm all good. Hopefully the next fight will be the only belt that matters.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's the same with world titles though as well, isn't it? Like if you get an injury in that and you've got a mandatory challenger, you have to vacate your belt, which is
hopefully going to be why I get to box for a world title next.
Oh, really?
Well, I was hoping to fight the champion. He's injured, so now we're trying to get him stripped, basically.
I see, yeah.
So then I'll fight, one of the other top two contenders, and then the winner will, beat them, and then I have to fight the former champion.
Yeah.
And yes, that's because it's an individual sport, injuries get in the way, and that's why fights are always getting postponed and belts are getting vacated. But yeah.
Can I ask you a question? When you get your nickname, it's the Gentleman. Yours is Chris the Gentleman Billam-Smith. Yeah.
Yeah, the Gentleman.
So how does that? Who ordains you the Gentleman? Do you sort of pick it yourself?
No, I think that wouldn't be very gentlemanly, right?
Yeah, no, I feel like I am the gentleman.
Look. No, I was in the gym and I think I'd had about 3 or 4 pro fights, and then we were trying to think of a ring moniker, and I didn't really have any ideas or anything like that. And then my coach Shane McGuigan came up with the no, I think Chris, I've got a nickname for you. I was like, yeah. He's like, the Gentleman. I was like, yeah. And I mean, I'm fairly polite. I think I was just the most polite boxer in the gym. I think that's the only reason he maybe had my manners were slightly better than the other lads. But and then that was what he chose, and I quite like it because it's ironic because you can't be gentlemanly when you're punching someone in the face and trying to knock them out. So I like the irony of it as well.
Delightful, and that's a good one.
Well, on that note, so what did you call it?
The Gentleman.
Yeah, but what did you call it? The moniker?
Ring moniker.
Ring moniker.
Yeah, what would yours be?
I don't know. That's quite interesting. I didn't think of that. to start with.
The
I've
P.
got, I've got these two. So I don't know what mine is.
Yours
Max,
would be
the P. Hartley Heath, because obviously under this big exterior, his heart's about that big.
He thinks I'm a bit of a coward.
Absolute coward.
It's
of a man.
fun. It's okay.
And then you've got Harry the dog.
That's our going
Harry
joke.
the dog breath Randall.
No.
And there's no irony in that at all.
Wow, he's gone straight. I like it.
I'm not quite sure.
What would you go? No, I'd go for like. For Rands, it'd be something like
The annoyance.
If it was boxing,
the Stoat.
in fact, I've got a nickname for him.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a nickname.
Come on.
Hard Hands Rands, isn't it?
Yeah.
Rand, yeah, nice.
I like that.
That's very good.
You've actually had a bit
He's
of a dust up.
experienced it first.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's you
He's
two, because it's not
experienced
your
it.
first time, within the Bristol Bears environment. It's the second time you've come down to us. Last time you had a little bit of a dust up with.
Yeah, I mean,
Rams.
I wouldn't quite call it a dust.
I mean, I stuck the pads on, and he hit the pads very well. I was impressed. To be fair, I knew Rands. James Moran told me he was a big boxing fan, and he does a bit of boxing. So we got the pads out.
I was nervous. Very nervous.
tell.
I think I don't think you're nervous because of me though. You're
No,
more nervous
just
because you had the whole
yeah, in
teammates.
front of
all
them.
sat-
Yeah, it was quite intense.
To be fair, though, you did get all the combos right. Like,
Yeah,
decent.
yeah, we did actually.
Nailed it.
Did you prep that before?
No, not even.
It's a bit
Only met-
Just
only
on the
met him that
spot.
day.
Yeah, literally.
Literally met him.
It was on the spot, and
Just nailed it.
there it was.
What do you reckon you'd be like a outside guy? Like, would you be like sitting behind the jab, or would you be like a peekaboo, Mike Tyson?
Oh, I don't know if I could sit behind a jab. I'm quite small. I'd have to try and get on the inside a little bit, wouldn't I? Because I'm like 73 kilos now.
Yeah.
Wait, like
So you probably cut down to at least a welterweight.
that's like Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
And, like, his reach is like. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I'm
I'm
to
getting
see that.
nowhere near him. Like 5'6".
Yeah, he's about 5'9".
That's what I mean. I'm
Yeah, you'd
getting
have to
nowhere
get-
near him, am I?
Get
Like
inside.
I've got to get
Fast
on the
feet,
inside.
get
yeah.
inside, just go through him.
Yeah, nice.
What would you go for?
Rands Mayweather.
Yeah.
Coming
Come on, come on.
coming to a screen near you soon.
Exhibition fight.
Hell of a payday.
What would I do?
I know what technique I'm going for.
What would you go for?
I'm going just straight in, early, close. I'm doing
Overhand
Homer
right.
Simpson.
Oh, just take all
You
the
see how
shots,
if I
wait for him to fatigue.
rotate 'em?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just taking shots left, right, and rhubarb, but I'm outlasting him.
Right.
Okay.
I reckon. So
I don't think I can afford to take any more shots, mate. Yeah.
you're not coming out alive.
No, I'd be peekaboo, mate.
Yeah.
I'd just be trying to just sit behind an uppercut, just go for it, test out the defenses.
Who do you reckon's the tastiest?
I'd be over in 3 rounds. Get me out of there.
Yeah, who's about who?
Yanni Pacquiao, isn't it?
Yeah.
So they
'cause
call him.
Yeah. He loves it. So he's got the right noises for it as well.
He knows his stuff.
He loves his boxing. He, was
He
speaking
knows
to me
his
about it
stuff,
earlier,
yeah.
so,
Yeah, he knows his stuff.
He's the pugilist.
He's
Yeah.
always on the pads,
Horrible
and he
man.
with the lads. Running.
I've seen him on the pads with Big Daddy a few times. I don't think
Big Daddy ain't got it. Big Daddy ain't got the movement, my guy. Just lack of rotation.
Yeah.
The left hook.
Whilst we're on ring monikers, then we got to have a ring walk tune as well. What would your ring walk tune be?
Oh, what's yours?
Mine's Kano.
Do you ever change it?
Yeah, see,
Always the same.
Yeah,
On
I
my
like
debut,
those.
I've had it. And now I have like AFC Bournemouth. There's a guy called Nonny who used to be in the stands and used to scream Red Army, like start the chant. And like he's been on FIFA and everything. He actually passed away a few years ago. And then I had a fight about 3 or 4 weeks after he passed away, and I had him before my ring walk tune. So now then the last few fights been in Bournemouth, so I've had him chanting Red Army, and then like, the whole crowd chants it, and then go straight into Hail, which is by Kano, which is just made to be a ring walk tune, I think. So yeah, that's it gets me pumped.
Yeah.
What's it like? What's it like going out? Because you've had a couple of like home fights, haven't you? Like Bournemouth and that. And what's it like walking out?
Yeah, it's electric when you're at home. Like obviously my last 2 fights have been at home. The others have always been like the one before that was Manchester, one before that was Sheffield, so and then London and behind closed doors during COVID and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean the one in the summer, the Isaac Chamberlain fight, that was just the first one at home, epic week because it was in the summer. We did like the weigh-in and the workout on the beach. Everyone was in a great mood, and the fans turned out and they made like I thought the atmosphere would be good, but like it was just 10 times better than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, I remember I was waiting for my ring walk, and I my opponent was ring walking first, and I was like, they were all singing just before his ring walk, and I was like, that's loud. And then like he started getting announced, and they all just started booing, and I was like, I don't really like booing, but in this situation, like I'm gonna accept it. And they just made an absolute racket. And then when I came out, they were just crazy, absolute crazy. Just that feeling is just. That's why I got into the sport. I went and watched my mate box as an amateur. There was about 20 of us there chanting his name. I was like, that must be wicked to have that atmosphere there for you. So I was like, I'm going to give it a go. I gave it a go, and then it sort of never looked back since. And then obviously to have thousands of people in your hometown live on Sky Sports, chant your name, that was just, epic.
I can imagine.
Yeah, what were you doing when you were doing the amateurs then?
Like PTing or teaching boxing, taking boxing classes, earning absolutely no money whatsoever. Just
grafting.
I was actually trying to get onto the Great Britain squad. Had a few assessments for them to try and go to the Olympics, but basically you have like three. Like you have your assessments, you go through. You get 3 assessments, then you're on. But then if you get accepted after third assessment, but there was 2 other lads. We all made it through to third assessment. And yeah, after that, I didn't get on, so I just decided to turn pro then. But I think it was a blessing in disguise, since the way my career's gone since. One of the lads who got on and went to the last Olympics in Tokyo, but he didn't medal, but he's now, similar age to me. He's like he might have had about 3 or 4 fights now. But like, obviously, I'm on the verge of winning a world title, so yeah, I'm very grateful for how it's panned out.
It's quite a strange one, boxing, I suppose, because you say like you're getting on, like you're almost like in your prime, like early 30s, aren't you? With boxing?
Yeah, it's an
Like,
old
there's not
man
many,
sport.
Like, yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, there's
probably.
not too many like real young world champions out there when you look at it, or is there?
I think it depends on the weight category. I think if you look
The
at,
heavier you go.
the heavier you get, the longer you can go.
Yeah. It's MMA. Yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly the same. I think any weight governed sport is probably like that.
You could do all right with that.
Because it just takes too much out of you. But I think, if you look at like when George Groves first boxed Carl Froch, he was 24 and he retired at 30 in the end.
Wow.
Obviously after eventually winning a world title and doing well in his career. But I mean, at 24, I was a boy at 24. Do you know what I mean? He was at 25. He was selling at Wembley.
Yeah.
So that's just crazy to think that.
that's mad.
But yeah, I think it definitely depends how you look after yourself as well. I look after myself.
Yeah.
Because I've had to. Because I think I bloomed late, as in I was quite a late bloomer in terms of physicality and stuff as well. So definitely feel like I'm hitting my prime now.
Nice.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
It's just a bit similar to like,
Rugby.
well, yeah, me and you versus like
No.
Yeah, like
Rams.
Rams is always like doing cool accelerations. Me and you just chugging along like chugboats, just
diesel engine.
chasing rucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
It's true.
But he's how many times?
Just in the scrum, just getting our legs sapped.
How many times have you spewed on the pitch? Rands was doing it every other week at one point, wasn't he?
Yeah, that was weird, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was weird. But yeah, it's that sort of thing. Like
I
you
never
know,
went fast enough for that.
compare the athletes. Like
Yeah.
That's
us
one.
compared, like, well, as you said, like we're like 32, 33.
Yeah, that's one of the beautiful things about rugby, isn't it? We can share the field with a man of that diminutive stature.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, weird, almost dangerous actually.
And in all fairness, you sat me down.
Well.
Has that happened?
Well.
I think we discussed it before. It's the worst I've been sat down ever. It was embarrassing.
No.
Yeah. Like,
When?
when just someone, it was in a training session, wasn't it?
Were you here, Max?
It was like, you know when you start getting to the gauntlet.
Yeah, it was when
And
we
it's
did
like,
it was literally like a 5x5 grid, like 5-on-5, full goo.
So you just got to like run it straight. And I'm like, wait, obviously I'm a bit of a cabbage when it comes to catching anyway. So I'm like slow to get the ball in hand and go.
Yeah.
I've literally caught it and Rand's just like height straight underneath me.
Oh, he's
So
good
not
at
hitting me
that.
hard, but he's got me and I'm on my toes now.
Yeah.
And he's driven and I'm like trying to regather and then I forget who it was, latched on.
Yeah,
I was
that was
they-
it.
Everyone forgets that part of the story.
you
and someone
might.
else
No
is
one
there.
needs to know.
And I
No
got
one
driven.
needs to
No
know.
one else was out.
Yeah.
I got driven back like 5-6 meters. I was like, "This kill me now.
Oh my.
Please swallow me up now." But yeah,
He's a
yeah,
ninja though.
Yeah, I know. So I've
The
been.
drill ended after that, actually.
Yeah.
I
Just
think
like that's it. That's good.
Pat went. Let's just call it there, lads.
Yeah.
So again, there we go. It doesn't really matter, does it?
No.
Yeah.
Who would you have in your corner from the squad? Yeah, pick what 3 to 4 lads.
3 to 4.
One of them's technically the bitch. So you got coach, assistant coach. Then you've got cutsman, which is the job I want. Yeah, and then you've got stool boy.
Put your hands out. Yeah, I reckon he's safe cutsman, safe man.
Really?
We don't want someone shaking.
You want these precise little nimble fingers.
Yeah,
Yanni would
the
be the head
T-Rex.
coach. Yanni would be the head coach, wouldn't he? Seems he knows his stuff.
Solid.
Yeah.
I don't know who'd be assistant coach though. Like,
You, Rans.
really?
yeah, you'd be the next guy.
No.
Yeah, I'd be like
But, like,
Yanni
is the
and Rans are
assistant
my
coach,
coaches.
Like, actually, like, is he telling you like do this, do that? Or is he?
Actually, no, I'd go Yanni and Genji. Yeah,
He'd be,
nice.
like the emotional, like.
Yeah, I'd have Genji just
going
screaming at you.
Yeah.
Yanni's giving you some technicals.
Yeah.
Genji's just screaming at you.
absolutely mad, yeah.
Do not. Just like making you
Yeah.
crazy.
Sometimes that's bad though.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
it
what
just
I'm not-
fires
don't
you
wanna
up
be
too
hyped
much.
up,
Yeah, you want to be treating it like a
Especially you got,
like a problem.
especially
Yeah.
you got like 3,500 people there chanting your name already. You're pretty hyped.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you're too weird already. You're too
So
adrenal.
maybe you need a calm soul. So who's a very calm?
Who's the yin and yang?
soul?
Chris Vui.
Yeah, no, maybe
Bruh.
it's too far.
Yeah, I think that's the other
Too
way.
chill.
Who's
Yeah.
winning?
No.
No.
All good. Yeah.
I don't know. Easy, bro. Who you picking? You need like.
Yeah, but Genji's also. I reckon he's got some techniques as well.
I think.
He's
Yeah, but I
dabbled.
think if you were gonna go, you probably have Genji and Yan like separate heads. Like
Yeah.
Head coaches.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah, fair,
I don't
fair.
think you'd need both.
My
But
cut
you need
guy.
like you need like an assistant.
Jeffers would be my cut guy. I just feel like Jeffers would just would be.
I'd have
class.
Joycey as my cut guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I just think he's just a bit grotty. Just what I want with someone who's just seen the world. Bit like I don't mind if he just spits. Get rid of it. Go. Get out there. Do you know what I mean? I just need a bit of that.
Vulgar.
Yeah, yeah. Do you know what I mean? He's like, just fast it up, get going.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
You know what I mean? Because I think Jeffers would be trying to do like.
Bit too like too.
He's got
nice
he's got a medical guy. He's got his his
but
notes
I feel
from
like
the
you'd
course.
take care of you.
Yeah, but you don't need that sometimes, especially you. You need pat on the arse and get going. You know what I mean?
Fair enough. But yeah.
And then you need someone who's just carrying the stool. And I'm gonna say it, probably Fitzy.
That's brilliant.
Just scout, just get the stool ready.
It's
He'd probably still mess it up.
It's actually harder than it looks getting the stool in the ring. Because
Yeah, because
the amount of people that, like
hit a rope or something.
the best thing to do is grab it like legs facing you, put the seat bit through the under the bottom rope between
Yeah,
the bottom
and
rope of
then-
the ring, and then stand it up. Amount of people I've seen put it through the one
Other
above,
way.
legs first, so they catch the leg on the
Yeah,
rope, and
I
it's like,
can
oh
imagine.
my god, what's going on here?
we're ready. We know
Do you
the secret now though.
You know, I'm telling you, it would be awful. Like Ed Holmes.
Oh no, 100%. He would just break the chair
He
before he
probably
got
hit
on
you
there.
with it on
yeah.
the way in as well.
Yeah, just end you.
Yeah, that sounds like you're trying to think of who's. Yeah.
I got a question for you, Chris. What are your thoughts on this whole like YouTube
I knew-
boxing?
Oh,
I just-
fantastic
Yeah,
question. 'cause
no,
I've
that's a
had that
great
noticed,
question, Rand.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, like Jake Paul, they've confirmed they're fighting now. But I just doesn't appeal to me at all.
Do you reckon?
I get like
Cash,
it doesn't.
Oh, mega cash, but
Yeah.
like,
Boxing's a business, mate.
yeah, no, I get it.
And
I
to
get
me,
it.
it's great because like, I think there's so many boxers who hate it, and I get boxing fans not liking it because, but then don't watch it. But
Yeah.
don't really have a say on it. Like they're not. I think the issue is like Jake Paul's calling out like Canelo,
yeah,
and like it's like a bit like, mate, you haven't actually boxed a boxer
yeah,
yet.
yeah.
Now he's boxing a boxer in Tommy Fury. If that fight goes ahead, I'm still skeptical of them.
Yeah, same.
Because I watched the face off the other night. I don't know if you guys saw it. It was on the. They did like a
Yeah, I
announcement of
briefly
it
saw
in the
yeah.
yard,
And he was videoing his shoot.
Baturbia card, and I thought Jake Paul looked scared. To be honest,
Really?
And I mean, don't know why Tommy had his shirt off, but
Yeah.
that was a bit random. There it is.
Oh, that's
There
it.
it
Yeah.
is. So yeah, I think
Yeah, the body language there. You're right.
Okay, Jake Paul for this.
yeah, that was in
Came out, yeah,
Wembley
in
Arena.
London on
He was
the
saying
fight.
he was saying he wanted him to like shake his hand on the bet that they'd change his surname if he lost to him.
Yeah,
Really?
Like,
Yeah, it was like-
no longer a
It would,
Fury.
yeah, it'd be like Tommy Masson.
Um,
yeah.
I saw a video as well, like Tyson. Jake Paul was doing an interview in like a back room, and Tyson Fury walked in, and like he absolutely shit his pants. He's like, oh, hi, you're right. Like, and Jake Paul's like, honestly, I thought he was gonna kill me.
No, I think the whole YouTube thing is good for even people like me, because more people talk about the sport as a whole.
Yeah.
If they watch that and they watch a bit, 5% of the fans come over, then that's good for the sport. And people getting annoyed by them making this money when they're making money off. They make money off anything they did.
Yeah.
If they went and they started a rugby team, they'd make money off it because people go to watch them, not because of the rugby, because it's them. So they're their own brand, right?
Yeah.
And they can do whatever they want. They could go and sell toilet paper, and loads of people will buy it.
It's true. How mad's that?
Does that help boxing? Like, say, like boxers, for example, their like purses and stuff, because like they're like
Bumping up the value.
yeah. Does
Yeah,
it, do you know what I mean?
I
Like,
think
does
so.
it or not?
In a way, but I think it teaches us boxers that it's a business, and it's like
Yeah.
you've
It's about
got to
how
be
you
more
brand yourself.
marketable.
Yeah.
I'm not one to trash talk. Sometimes I wish I did, because I
Yeah.
probably paid a lot more.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think it's just about you're learning to market yourself a bit better. I think that's important. I think that's what they do really well.
Yeah.
All power to them. They're not taking money out of boxers' pockets, and I think that's what people think is happening, because they're getting paid millions of pounds to fight each other, these YouTubers, most of the time. But they're not taking money away from my purse by doing that. Do you know what I mean? They're just another boxing event, another payday for the sport. So no, I think
Where would all
power
their
to
fees
them.
come from then? Pay-per-views.
Yeah,
And, like,
ticket sales and pay-per-views and
Sponsors.
the sponsors
Yeah.
and the events, and the purses that go through the roof is all we based around pay-per-views, but they get some of the biggest pay-per-view buys. So, and that's the end of the day, the eyes on the sport is what brings in the money, right?
Yeah.
So, no, I think fair play to them, and who knows? I mean, they're both Jake Paul's my weight, so if he beats Tommy Fury and he wants a world title shot, then I don't
Is he your
know what-
weight?
Yeah, he's a cruiserweight. He's actually because the weight difference between light heavyweight and cruiserweight is £25.
Okay.
So it's the largest gap in the whole sport.
Yeah.
So it's £175 to £200. And he's about a 190. So
Okay. Yeah. Got
he's
you.
in that category.
How tall is he?
6'1" maybe.
Oh yeah.
He's not a massive bloke, but
How good is he really?
Yeah,
Do you
so-
think?
so do you reckon you dish him up?
Surely it's impossible to tell though. 'cause
Don't ask stupid questions. Do you reckon you dish him up? Do not insult the man.
No,
start-
we
we
can
can
get
start
exclusive.
something.
Do you reckon
We
you
can
dish him
start
up? Because I'm putting money on him dishing you up.
was that because you share the same name?
Yeah.
yeah.
Jake Power.
Go after it.
No, I definitely dish him out. 100%.
Definitely.
Do you reckon I could dish him up?
No.
How long's your training camp?
I don't know. How long do you have? 8 weeks?
I mean, that's not standard training camp.
Alright,
What's your
give me
boxing
6.
experience like?
No.
I reckon-
I slapped someone once when I was a kid.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think he's been doing it a little bit longer. So,
Yeah. Do you reckon you could do me at this weight though?
question. All you got to do is survive for 3 rounds. Put your weight on him, lean on him, tire him out.
No, but I
Eight
don't,
rounder,
like,
take him out later. I reckon 10 rounder, definitely take him out later.
you know, you say there's always a
Very good.
puncher's chance. I actually don't think there's that with Wally though. I really don't think he's got a puncher's
Why not?
chance. Exactly.
I told you.
Getting hit by-
This is the new. You might want to take this into your title fight. How are you defending against? I've got a new technique, boxing technique, the joust. Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
So you
my.
don't- Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see it.
You never drop this arm.
I mean, that's
Some guys do that.
Yeah, is it?
I mean, I never drop it. Yeah.
Who does that?
Round it.
I like it.
Then as soon as you whack,
Yeah.
done. What do you reckon? How are you fighting that?
I mean, to be fair, technically it's illegal.
Oh really?
Like, well, you can't hold your hand out in front of in someone's face. Like, you can't hold it arm out straight. So
What if
What's
it's
the
that
reasoning for that?
yeah, I
Half
mean,
cocked.
some people do that. Some people.
And
do
but I mean, that's not going anywhere else. If I'm jabbing it, I'm leaning like that.
that. Okay, it literally just stays.
Yeah,
locked
because
in.
you never
Just
get, you never
locked
get in
out
that
scat.
space.
What about this?
Have you seen me?
Oh, yeah.
I'm taking it. I can take a few shots there. I can take a few
Just
shots.
the side of a woolly
What do you
mammoth.
reckon?
You'd be surprised, mate. After
Yeah.
10 rounds or like 6 rounds of taking
Oh,
body
mate,
shots,
don't
mate,
matter,
take
yeah.
a toll. It is a weird one. But also, people do that sometimes. But you can just bat out of the way.
Yeah.
If you stood up and did that.
Yeah.
Go on.
I'm a bit scared now.
No, I'm not going to punch you. Max. So you're there, right? And your hands out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just going to go boom, boom, like over the top.
Didn't move me though.
He wasn't trying.
Right. Ryan's getting. Yeah, it's on there.
Yeah. So like,
I'm just constantly
I just do that and then bosh.
Yeah, but I don't mind you punching me there.
Look at that. I go around the side then.
Yeah, but obviously, I've not been in camp with it yet. Do you know what I mean?
No, you haven't
I haven't ironed out all the creases.
But that's how.
And I'll have a good.
That's how we're beating Jake Paul.
Yeah,
No.
I reckon.
So that's an easy win for Tommy Fury, yeah?
Lads,
what are your thoughts?
I think Jake Paul's a decent. He's improved a lot, and I think he's got the money and resources, and he's been grafting.
Yeah.
I respect him because he's like chucked himself in.
Really gone for it, yeah.
And he's like, he's not just going, I'm gonna have a fight and do a 6-week camp. He's probably been training all the time, and I think he's got previous background of boxing or kickboxing from when he was younger as well. But Tommy's obviously is naturally a boxer, but at that weight category, people can punch. But I'd pick Tommy to beat him.
I've got another question for Chris. Does it appeal to you to fight in America? Because like when I think about, I used to watch like a lot of Ricky Hatton, and he had like, I remember speaking to you about this before. Like his fan base was like purely based around Manchester City. Like he built that fan base, and like that kind of resonates with you a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So
Sure.
and he like he loved fighting in America, didn't he? Like you go and like because he had this fan base, they'd all travel over with him, and it'd be like unbelievable. Is that like sort of?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you got like Madison Square Garden is like a historic venue, and then obviously Vegas in more recent years is historic. AFC Bournemouth just been bought out by Las Vegas owner Bill Foley.
Really?
He owns the Las Vegas Golden Knights ice hockey team.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we
So there's a little in there already.
there's an in there. I'm
Yeah.
up for it. We do AFC Bournemouth Stadium first,
Yeah,
and then get over to Vegas and defend the belt over there. I'd love to box over there. I think for me, there, if I could box anywhere in the world, it would be
of course,
AFC Bournemouth. Just me. Obviously, it's home to me.
Yeah.
So to fill a stadium, especially if I've got the chance to win a world title there, that'd just be epic.
Yeah, but isn't there something to be said for like fighting in like? Do you not like it when we go away and like play Welford Road, like we're down Welford Road? I love when you get hostile fans. I get something from it, hard out.
Yeah, no,
I
I'm
get you, yeah.
I'm the
Do you know what I mean?
First title I won was the Commonwealth title in Liverpool against a Scouse lad, and I quite enjoyed that. Like I do like that side of things, but
Nothing beats it.
like I said, I got
Yeah.
into the sport because of atmosphere.
Yeah.
And so when that atmosphere's there for you, like it's something special. And yeah, I think just if as long as there's an atmosphere, whether it's good or bad, like for or against,
It's just pure.
I'm bang up for it.
Yeah, I completely agree. You could just really feed off it. That's what makes me think we're in a simulation, by the way.
Yeah,
Stuff like that.
Yeah, I think this might lead to another podcast, but go on.
No, like stuff like that where you can like absorb energy. Because you can't like just base it on like straight up science, can you? Like in terms of like grounded reality, like the human being just absorbs weird wavelengths of energy, even things like the hive mind of a crowd, like baying for your blood or baying for your opponent's blood, and you're just galvanized to the like point of exaltation on it. Do you know what I mean? Do you get me?
I'm with you.
Yeah, no, yeah. This man definitely gets it.
Nothing can explain why.
Yeah, nothing
why
explains that,
makes
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. Oh, can we pull up his last knockout, please?
Yeah, because didn't you get like knockout of the round of the year last year?
Got Sky Sports knockout of the year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Oh,
This is round one.
It's just the highlights, is it?
Yeah, this will be highlights. He came out flying, this lad.
Do you think if you brought in the joust, you could have done him in the first?
I don't think the joust would have helped against this lad,
Yeah,
and you'll
he's-
see why.
he's in.
You'll see why in a minute. Step back. Bosh. That's the sort of did him the right uppercut.
Yeah.
And it's
Oh, yeah, I remember watching this. You absolutely hose him. Oh
quite
god.
scary to watch.
Yeah, I know. Do you?
You know, I've never knocked anyone out like that, right? So I went to celebrate. Shane comes and calms me down, like, mate, he doesn't look well. You need to calm down. So yeah, I had to calm down and just hope he was all right, and thankfully he was.
I suppose very much like rugby in that sense, like kind of like a shortish career, isn't it? Boxing and like
all sports.
you're not really guaranteed to just retire from boxing and live a happy life, really, are you? Like
I reckon
you're gonna have to go into something else.
I reckon 0.01% of boxers, maybe less, can retire and not have to work. Probably
Yeah,
less than that. Probably less than that. And then I'd say 98% have to go into a job like almost straight away after retiring. The money's like everyone. I mean, everyone. As soon as you're on Sky Sports, everyone thinks you're a millionaire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Perfect example. In the summer, I was headlining obviously my first show on Sky Sports, in my hometown, staying at a hotel. Walked back to the hotel after the public workout, and there was this family there, mum, dad, and a little girl. And oh, can our daughter have a picture? I was like, yeah, no worries. I will just go inside because I have my bags on me. And they go, oh, is that your car? Points to his Ferrari. Is that your car, Chris? And I was like, no, it's not my car. I think at the time, what was I driving at the time? I was probably driving I can't remember what I was driving at the time, to be honest.
Some people say like they lose the fight during the week. Do you know what I mean? With the mental stuff, the trash talk, and all that. Like, do you really think that has like a big effect on like people's mental? Or
But
if you can like proper get to someone, do you know? What I mean?
yeah. Like, have you ever like been in a face-off and looked in his eyes and gone, "You're done"?
Or has
that's
anyone
you.
ever like rattled you like during the week? You're like,
No, I don't really get rattled because I don't understand. Like, no one's got any dirt on me to properly rattle me.
The gentleman.
I think
There it
if
is.
they, I don't know, like, it's not like, and if they went like personal, I'd just be like, you're only doing that to try and get under my skin.
of course,
So
yeah.
I'm not going to let you under my skin. I'm just going to beat you up.
Some boxers do like completely lose it. Don't
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's a more like that's why like you get a lot of like gym fighters, they call them, like who are unbelievable in sparring, but they can't perform on the night, like when it matters. If anything, I'm probably the opposite to that. You know, sometimes I've gone for a whole camp sparring terribly, and then and then turn up on fight night and it's been all right. So
All right, can we simulate a face-off right now?
yeah, go for it.
You and Harry Randall.
No, that does not work.
It does work perfectly.
How does that work?
Because I'm going to need you to do it here though, because we need it on that camera. So how does it work? So do you go up to the camera?
I'm the home. Oh, you're the home fighter. We're in Bristol.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So you go over here. All right, we need to move out the way. Let's move out the way slightly.
I'm the challenger.
I'd be so bad at face-offs.
So how does this work? So you'd have someone in the middle. So like, would you tee up like towards the camera? Can I?
First,
Yeah. Hold on.
You're here.
Let's get ready to rumble. This ain't gonna move. I'm gonna have to maybe.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's you. We can't.
I can't do this there. I'm gonna move. But
So like, normally what you do is you do your weigh-ins, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes press conferences they do it as well.
yeah.
But you do your weigh-ins and then you'd have like photo, like say the weigh-in. Both go back.
Bit of that
Put
flexing.
your trousers on because it's weird doing a weigh-in in just boxer shorts, as in like a photo.
Face off in your pants.
Just your boxers. Then you go to the camera and you just do like a standard boxing pose, and then you go, and then the cameras will go face each other. And you face each other.
All right. So you've done your weigh in. I need your flex. Your weigh in flex. You're gonna do it at the same time.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say, all right. So I'll be like the cameras. I'm the media man. Yeah. So the camera's just down there. You can see it.
So the cameras, lads, yeah.
Yeah. So all right. So hold on. You're gonna go feet.
It needs to be on that bit of tape because
okay.
there's always 2 bits of tape on the floor
Yeah.
that you stand on.
Do you rehearse this then?
No, there's
They-
just, no,
they
it's just
should
one.
just know.
How puny does Rand's look? Little child boy. All right. So yeah, to the cameras, lads. Is it, Rand, is that your best to the cameras? Remember, you're trying to sell this fight.
Yeah. What?
Well, you want people to buy it, and at least make it look like you stand a chance.
What's wrong with that? There.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah, Chris. Rand, can you get out the hole that you stood in, please? To the cameras, all right, serious now. Seriously, to the cameras, lads.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how long are you holding that for?
Down.
Just stop talking, man. No one's talking. Yeah. Hold on, Rand, can you... Yeah, hold on. No, that's not serious enough. All right, face off, lads, please. All right, Rand, what's your go-to now? Because he's actually pants down straight away.
Yeah, like it's scary.
Now go again. Oh, you're gonna mutter something.
I'm
Tell him.
also getting looked down on as well, and I'm.
So it's like there's some that
But do you
does
know,
something.
do you know what you do now? This is where you touch your forehead on his
Yeah, but I
chin.
feel like you're a tall
Max would be
cruiserweight.
good at it because his eyes.
Yeah,
Are like,
but probably.
Yeah, no one will know where he's looking.
no one-
Yeah, exactly. I'll be all over the place. Can't even look at you square.
All right, okay, all right,
like
face
it.
off now, lads. Please face off. All right, Chris, give him. You got a one-liner for him now or something? Like, Doc, does his breath stink?
Vulgar.
Too easy.
What if someone like goes for the dummy punch? Like,
You'd have to wear it. I reckon you're better off wearing it than flinching.
really?
You are not flinching.
Kobe Bryant mentality.
Take my chin.
Yeah.
Take.
I don't think they'd go through with it.
No, they wouldn't.
What's assault? We're not in the ring now. It's assault. Bang. See you in court.
Tony Bellew and David Hay had it, right? And Shane was training David Hay
Yeah.
at the time, and they agreed in the press conference like that like to build the fight pay-per-view. So they literally said, I think Bellew was gonna like push it. He was like, give me a push, and create a bit more hype. So he's giving him a push, and he's just whack, and this with a left hook, or like a slat open palm or something.
I think I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Bellew was like,
There was some bad blood.
What's going on here?
So you
There
allowed?
it is. So like he
Oh,
pushed him.
wow.
And then I thought it was a slap. It wasn't. It was a full.
Oh,
close
he's
fist
caught
left
him as
hook.
well.
Took it well though. That's bare fist off.
That
pretty-
is nuts.
One of
isn't
the
it?
biggest punches in the cruiserweight division ever.
Do you reckon?
And then Bellew banged him.
Is there anything? Yeah, Bell, you banged him, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that fight he was severely injured. He was
Oh,
still
is
winning
it?
the fight, the first fight,
So
and then
Mind
the-
you,
champ you're in.
Oh, was that the
Achilles
first fight? Was it?
Yeah, then the second
Yeah,
fight
he like.
he got stopped.
Yeah.
But I don't think he was full. He was never the same when he
Yeah,
came
no,
back.
he
Anyway,
wasn't, nah.
I sparred him a couple of times.
David Hay.
Yeah. He broke my head guard.
Did he?
Yeah, that was one of the times I sparred him. Like he hit me with 3 shots like that, and then there was a tear up the back of the head guard. I thought it'd come undone, so I went back to my corner and said,
It was like, bro.
I was like, oh, can you do it up?
You don't have to. I quite like it.
Yeah, right.
And then yeah, that was a strange experience.
What's your go-to meal after a fight?
I try and tick off. After my last fight, because I knew I wasn't going to be. I don't think I'm going to be boxed till the end of May, and it's Christmas. I was trying to tick off like all the takeaways, like burger, pizza.
Yeah.
I had fish and chips the other night, which is one of the last ones to tick off. Had an Indian. I've got to tick off Chinese now, and I'm done.
Chinese. Yeah.
But the food at the club's good.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
very-
outrageous.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is
Shout out
outrageous.
Chef Mike again.
Yeah.
That's 2
Yeah.
shout
Yeah,
outs.
2 shout
2
outs.
podcasts. James,
What was today?
Nothing to do with it, and I need to relay that.
Yeah, nothing.
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 I had a chicken soup earlier. It was
Oh,
Yeah,
how good
That's
is that?
fantastic,
Chicken
actually.
breast.
Yeah.
That's one of the strong ones.
There was no katsu left.
No, I mean, we'd already had lunch before we got
Oh,
here. so
right,
I
the
didn't
katsu
wanna-
was good.
didn't wanna
Yeah,
turn
it was
up
nice.
with,
Although
Spicy.
I had
and they offered me a soup, and I was not going to say no.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
no,
the soup's-
soup, it was really
his soup. What's your favourite so far? I quite like the broccoli and Stilton.
Yeah, it's nice. Do you know he doesn't put any cream or anything in it as well?
Yeah, I know it's all the collagen, that
Yeah.
wonderful protein from the
Pretty
many
impressive. Yeah.
many birds he's put in
How
there.
it
Yeah.
tastes.
I've got a little challenge for Harry Randall.
No, it's not for
Keep
Chris as
passing
well.
that cup. It
Pretty
was
sure
trying to
There's a prize as well.
Yeah. Oh,
What,
I
really?
forgot. So yeah. All right. So
Did you
depending
win?
on, depending on how
Very
well,
good.
depending on how well you do here, you might win a prize. All right. So Chris, I've got a couple of notes of some sort of well-known-ish boxing personalities through the years. Probably most recent to what I can remember. So for them, Harry Randall obviously is very talented and
No, I'm not.
very good at controlling his voice. He's got a couple of impersonations, and you have to guess who it is. Okay?
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
right.
she has to
Swap
guess.
seats, let's swap
Yeah, yeah,
seats.
yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, I didn't realise he actually had to guess. who
Yeah,
it
he's gonna
is.
guess. He's gonna
Right.
guess.
Hold on, 2 seconds. Let me grab a coat. Prize in the coat. Sorry.
Yeah. So if you do well, you might get a little prize here. And this is how we're gonna see out this podcast. All right, Max, you can have you can
I'll judge.
input where
I'd like
you
to see
feel.
Max- can Max
Yeah, well,
do
maybe
an
again,
impression?
yeah. There's enough here. Max
think
can
Max
maybe
would
do
be
one
very
in a minute.
good.
Yeah,
Max would
but
be very good at it.
so that's boring if someone's quite good at it all the time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where you.
I don't know if I'm that good at it, but we'll see.
Yeah. All right.
Right, come on.
Who do you reckon you'd like to have a stab at? No.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah. All right, dib in. You can get top, bottom. They're a bit sticky because
Yeah, they are.
they're on post-its.
Well, I better cover the back. I think you can see through these.
You've got to be quite good at this.
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
Into the mic, please, so
All
everyone
right.
can hear.
You'll do fucking nothing.
Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
I was expecting a bit. That's too
No, that's
easy.
too
Get
easy,
rid of
that's
that's
too
too easy.
easy.
That'll warm you in. There he is. Look, he's not been on juice, has he?
Yeah, he's pissing hot.
His teeth hasn't been done either.
Yeah.
They were
All right.
white, pearly white.
Let's mix these up because they're all stuck together. Go on, take one of them.
1 out of 1. 1 for 1. That's pretty good.
Oh, I quite like this.
stuff.
I quite like this. Compose yourself. You need to think. You need to change your stature a bit if you're going to do this one.
I don't.
Come on, come on.
Okay, I'm trying.
Oh Lord.
I'm a mean man. I'm gonna box the head off him. Nah. That's so bad. I wouldn't know what to say about him though.
What was that quote?
I actually have no idea who that is.
You got one guess. Just have one guess at it. Stab it.
Do you know what I say?
Ali?
Other than that, I'd say Apollo Creed.
No.
Yeah, no. Or Mr. T.
No.
Max,
No.
you-
Max, I think you'd be better at this.
I don't know in his quotes.
I wanted to humiliate him. I wanted to break him. I wanted to kill him. I was so angry.
Mike Tyson.
That was actually fantastic.
Yeah,
Let's Max. Pick another one.
Big
'cause,
up, Max.
Good
work.
I didn't expect rounds to be that.
Genji would
poor.
be
Yeah,
good.
that was
Yeah.
I think Genji's actually quite
No,
good.
Oh no! What do you want to still have a stab at?
Yeah,
Yeah, give him one more. Yeah, no, he's
wanna
got to have
win the
another go.
prize.
Yeah, exactly. He
Well,
wants
Max
the
might take
prize.
the prize instead because you've offered absolutely nothing.
No, he got the first one.
The easy one.
Hey, I think it'd be a good fight. No, that's Irish.
Oh, come on. You were close. You were
Yeah, the
close.
first bit was
the
good,
first bit
wasn't
was
it?
good. Yeah.
The first bit was good.
That's the thing, isn't it?
Okay.
He's probably got it now. But
It was a good fight tonight. I stuck to the plan. And, no, that's
no,
You went
yeah,
McGregor.
yeah.
You went
got
McGregor. But the beginning was good. I reckon you can get it.
So it's someone Scouse.
Yeah.
Why do I go Irish?
Yeah.
Is it a recent Scouser?
Reason, but as recent as like I'm up to date with boxing, so
Yeah.
Tony Bellew.
Yes.
There it is.
that was good. You gonna have a stab at that? You were prepping a bit earlier.
Why do I go Irish?
It's hard, those scouts. Tony Bellew. Yeah, no, I don't know.
I actually thought the start was actually very.
Do you not remember his
It was a
quote?
great fight.
When he jumped up.
Really good fight.
I carry power. Oh, yeah.
Oh, mate, that would
I just remember him as Pretty Ricky Conlon.
Yeah, but that's good.
You know, and
Do you wanna pick one of these and have a stab?
Yeah, I'll guess one. Come on.
Yeah.
This is gonna be terrible.
So
This is gonna be
you haven't
terrible.
got that one.
Oh no.
I can't say anything. I'm not saying anything.
This is not fair. That's the one I didn't want because I can't do it very well.
You see, Chris, this is the warrior's code. This is
It's actually quite good.
Yeah.
Very good.
this is the way of the fighter.
I'm not going to answer it yet because I know it is.
It's all right. I saw.
That was actually very good.
it's
I don't think you would have done that with that.
Nah,
I would have loved.
Yeah,
I would have been along those lines, I think. But yeah, it's push you back.
Chris Eubank, senior Chris Eubank senior. There he is. Absolute panache personified.
Guy.
Nice.
Right, do you reckon you want to have what? There's one more. I reckon it's.
Max,
quite,
let me see who it is then.
I reckon it's quite an easy one.
Nice then. It is a very easy one, but
Obviously, wasn't someone Irish because.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
easy.
Have you got any famous quotes that?
I don't know any famous quotes.
Yeah, but there's a few words he uses and stuff like.
I'm the pride of all the travellers. I'm the king of them. I'm the greatest thing since Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali.
I don't know if it sounds like him.
It doesn't sound like
It doesn't sound like him.
I think
You
it's
used
given.
the right word.
Sounds like that old bird off the In-Betweeners movie.
I'm not sure if it sounds. Like
I'm gonna guess.
Kitty don't bite. Kitty don't bite. Now she's been fed.
Fury, but-
Terrible Tyson Fury.
Yeah, well, I think.
What is his accent though?
I'd have to practice it.
He's like,
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
it's like, mate, you did well. You got 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
worthy
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
today's prize, which
Come
is
on.
a signed glove by myself, mate. I know you were jealous earlier.
Heavy hands, Rands. EC knew already. He knew.
He
Thank you
knew.
very
He
much.
knew he's teed that up.
that's
Oi,
nice.
that's class.
That's really, really classy. The gentleman,
Yeah, the gents.
ladies and gents.
Thank you very much.
Can you just hold that up to the camera? Can we get good?
How good? How good?
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Heavy hands rounds, isn't it?
Heavy hands, Rands.
Well,
Don't be using those on the pitch. So the heavy hands. You know what I mean? You won't, can't. I don't think that's
You gonna get
allowed.
that framed?
Yeah, 100%.
I reckon you should.
Oh, how good.
All right. Well, on that note, I think we'll call it there.
Yeah, nice.
Thank you for having me, gents.
It's actually been fantastic to have you down, Chris.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for being so open and so forthcoming. It's been good fun. Thank you very much, Rounds.
Yeah,
You've
yeah.
actually added
Yeah,
some
you've
value.
been unreal.
Yeah,
You actually added a bit of value, and you haven't been as weird as you were last time.
yeah, yeah.
And you-
yeah.
It's
I
just-
held it back today.
It depends what mood you're in, doesn't it? Really.
It's not like a weird time like to be weird. Do you know what I mean?
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's me, yeah. And there we go.
Yeah.
Again, thank you very much. Thanks again, Max, for your
Mate,
time.
absolute pleasure. It's always an honour, Chris. Thank you very much.
No,
for
thank you guys
Chris,
for having me.
and
It's been really
all-
appreciate it.
All the best of luck moving forward with the boxing. Hopefully, we get you down when you got the belt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bring
how
your title
good.
in next time.
That'd be nice.
coming. Yeah,
wouldn't
that would be
sounds good.
delightful.
Just lay it right in the front there.
Yeah, we just have it
Yeah,
there.
naughty.
And just leave. just
Woof.
leave that.
Yeah. Just walk out, don't need to say anything. Hour and a half of just filming the belt.
Yeah.
Right, well, on that note, we'll say goodbye. That's the end. Thank you very much. Ta-ra.
Bye bye for now.